So weird.
Just make all these contingency plans and see what happens.
I know, I know. I always say mitigate risk wherever you can.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what Robert guy said. Would you please stop talking negative? I'm not talking negative. I'm mitigating risk. This could happen. That's a variable. That's a variable. That's a variable. Let's create a plan for each one of those variables so that we can move forward in a way that we're prepared, Easy peasy. I don't want to be
Yes.
caught with my pants down. So yeah, it's it's important, I think. So
Well,
how'd you do with your lesson?
mine was lovely. And it was just such a nice thing to meditate on. And yet he knows that everything you need is temporary and will but last until you step aside from your needs and realize that all of them have been fulfilled. He knows that you are not at home there, and he wills no delay to wait upon your joyous homecoming.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was such a beautiful read last week and the week before.
Mine was all else will fade, but this one thing, being the gift of God unto his son, for God created you one with himself.
Mm.
And I love that. So when I start to look at things that when I tip over that boundary point of I'm doing mitigation to, okay, like that really worries me. Then I go, oh, I'm almost God, it's all good. Because it's true. None of it actually really bloody matters.
That's
We
right.
we we're always taken care of in one
Yep.
way or another. The only thing that ever makes us anxious is that we're afraid we're going to lose our shiny objects and things that we're emotionally or physically attached to. And I'm
Mm.
like, ultimately, at the end of the day, you got to give everything up. So
Yeah. That's
either I
right.
do it now or I do it later or I do it right at the point of death. But either way, I do it. So then you just adapt and you adapt and you adjust.
Mm.
And so ultimately, there's absolutely nothing to be concerned about, but to be peaceful.
Yep.
I heard one of the most beautiful things. I'm scrolling through. I wasn't doom scrolling. I was scrolling through YouTube because that's what I do when I just have a few minutes and I want to laugh and watch a cat video or listen to one of the comedians that I follow. So I was doing that, and this one podcast guy who I so admire, I can't even remember his name, but I really admire him. And he always has great guests on. And he was talking about him when he first met his wife, and he was dating his wife, and he said the one thing I loved about her, the guest wasn't speaking, so the host was speaking. He said one thing I loved about her was that she never asked me for expensive things. Like she never asked me for anything. And he said, and because of that and her desire to just be with me, I wanted to give her everything. And then the guest said, well, that's exactly how it is with God.
Mhm.
Because when we just want God and we're grateful for everything that we have, he just showers us with everything. And I was like, that sounds just about right.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Love it.
So I had a good week this week. I'm kind of put this sword in the sand again for myself of like this is not about reading A Course in Miracles once a week. This is about embodying it, and not just in big ways or funny stories, but about embodying it in those micro moments during the day when no one's looking and no one cares and no one would ever know what you're doing. But doing your best to embody the teachings and the presence of God, I think a super important be
Mm.
super important. So the week's been good for me. I've made every time I sit for meditation, rather than just sitting for meditation as my ritual, I was like, this is my time with Maharaji. This is my time with the master that initiated me. This is my time for my practice, whether it's great or whether it's just I struggle through the whole thing. It doesn't matter. What matters is I put in the time. That's what matters. So
I find I find that very useful, Gary, that you get into these good habits, but they just become habits and you don't really consciously think of them. And I think remembering that there's a purpose for doing it. It's not just I have to, it's like this is important.
well, for me in my meditational practice, it's a repetition of five sacred names, which are names of God at all the five different regions of consciousness. So I look at that and I think what I'm doing actually is I'm calling out the names of God in every level of its manifestation. And that whether I can still my mind and feel love and gratitude for a moment, or whether I can't feel that at all for the next hour and a half, it doesn't matter. What matters is that I put out the effort to embody the practice. And even if I can do it for a nanosecond, it's better than not doing it at all. Even if I'm struggling to do it, it's better than not doing it at all.
Yeah.
So, many people they don't have a embodied practice to um, I think to intensify the love for God. They have lip service, they have a book they read, they have a Course in Miracles group they go to, whatever our practices are, but it's not necessarily an embodiment. And I can only speak for myself because that's what I've done, right? So everybody else may be like, a guru, but for me, I struggle with it. And I think it's vitally important that that struggle is as sacred as closing your eyes and seeing the face of God in your mind's eye. I think they're both the same. It's our judgment and our ego that makes it good or bad.
Yeah.
I think it's just going up.
Yeah. Hello, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, 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 hi. Oh, I like what you're saying.
We're pontificating.
I kind of like it.
We're just doing
You,
our lessons for the week. So, how
yeah.
did you go?
Um, well, okay, okay. Actually, I did. I feel like I'm an overcomer of my ego. I'm really getting very good at overcoming my ego and having a talk with myself and saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think and what you feel, that person, blah, 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 blah. Um, it, yeah. Um, Nobody owes you anything. Um, just enjoy whatever connections you can, and it's beautiful, when you do. And so I guess that's where I'm flying on top of the radar, not under it. And I'm glad about that. Um, Funny thing happened. We went out to dinner with some people tonight, and the group Seals and Croft. Well, the duo, I guess I should say, right?
Yeah.
Dan Seals and Dash Croft. What a great name, Dash Croft, right? Um, and
That's a good name for a little
someone,
boy.
right?
Dash.
Yeah, yeah,
Beautiful
Dash,
name.
yeah. And
Mm.
they brought up the song. They said my favorite song from them is Hummingbird, and I said, "Do you know what that song is about?" And the person said, and kind of started humming it and singing it. And well, I said, oddly enough, I said I do. I said both Seals and Croft were devout Baha'i members.
Were they?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love the Baha'i faith. If
Don't you?
there's
Me too.
oh my God, if there's a true religion on the planet, that's it because it honors
Isn't it?
all faiths. I
Isn't
love
it?
Baha'i.
Me too. And I said, I studied it for 2 years solid, and I said it's about Bahala, their guru, and here we are at dinner, and we're kind of saying the words to the song and so on, and yeah, it's really beautiful and so pure, and yeah, there are some so-called famous people out there that are into the Baha'i faith, and just
Justin
like this.
Baldoni is Baha'i.
I'm sorry, who?
Justin Baldoni is Baha'i, the guy who was in a legal fight with Blake Lively, who accused him of sexually
Oh,
assaulting her or some nonsense.
oh,
And I knew he had never done it because, first of
yeah,
all, he's
yeah,
Baha'i, and second of all, he's super happily married with beautiful children. And she just wanted to take over the entire movie and direct it and all that. But I won't go into that because that's
yeah, yeah,
off
yeah.
topic.
Right, 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 right. No, yeah, exactly. So, anyways, but so what we're talking about here is, and I have some dear friends who are. One of them actually teaches in Philadelphia to Baha'is, and they pay her to do that, and they pay for her living, and we've been friends for, my God, like over 50 years, and she's so beautiful. She's such a beautiful soul and so full of life and love. And I studied with her and some other people, much like we're doing here. And it's a beautiful perspective, and I love how they refer to God. They so recognize Jesus. So it's just interesting what's out there, and what we're a part of.
Well, there's lots of different roads to heaven.
Right, right.
And I always say the one that builds the most love for God, the most humanity towards one another, is an
Yes.
honorable path.
Right,
The
right.
ones loaded with dogma and judgment and condemnation of others is a dark road.
Exactly. Yes.
Go ahead and
So
follow it
true.
till gather as much light as you can, but it's not going to lead you to a much higher place than what you already are.
Yes. So true. And I like what you were saying about a practice, and about and having that practice. I would like to get more formal in what I do every day.
I
So
would totally support that, Jane, from the perspective that it becomes like a discipline
yes.
that that you say, this is my time for God.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'll carve that out. Even if I'm on a road trip, I'll tell Robert, you drive, I have to meditate for at least an hour and a half. I'm going to sit next to you. No burping, no farting, no nothing. Just be quiet and let me just go inside. And yeah, that's how we do our road trips. You have to
Yeah.
just have this time that you go, I am, I do life with this, but I also am a devotee, and this is my time to be that part of me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. So important.
It is.
Or so I guess I do have to do more than just think about what that looks like for me. I don't know. What about you, V? What do you have a
Um,
path that you
yeah, we were talking about practice and routine before, and I do find that I can schedule things and I do them, but they become unconscious. So yes, it's about being present with the actual what you're doing and saying this is important and nothing else will interfere while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
find it best to do out in the paddock with the horses because that's what they do all the time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's just what they are.
Mm.
And the cats
Mm-hmm.
as well, they will interrupt me and go, you know, it's like telling me to stop, like monkey minding and come here and be present with me.
Did you know that cats come up to you and smell your breath to do a health check on you? They can tell whether there's imbalances in your body just by
Mhm.
smelling your breath. I find that
Yeah,
fascinating.
yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
that
they
is
can't
very
tell you
cool.
what they found.
Yeah,
Right.
that is the
Right.
unfortunate bit, isn't it?
But I think they're trying to, but yeah, we've lost the ability to communicate with that probably.
Yeah, we
Hmm.
have.
Well,
The
that gives
horses are
me.
the same. Catherine tells me that that the horses will, I can't remember what they do, but if someone comes, they're diabetic, the horses do something, I don't know, is it lick them or I can't remember what it is, but yeah, they will react in a certain way to certain imbalances in people.
Hmm.
Mm. I'll never forget. I was a mortgage advisor for most of my life, and had to travel to this couple that lived in a small, kind of funky, hippy dippy town. It was kind of a fun town in New York, and and I was going to write their mortgage. I had my laptop and everything, and I came in, and I sat down, and they sat down, husband and wife, and their cat, which came out of nowhere, jumped up on my lap. And the husband looked at me so seriously and said, "What broomstick did you come in on?" And I said, "What?" He said, "That cat goes near no one, but no one. And he's on your lap." And I mean, it like got me thinking. It's like, geez, was I in total imbalance? You know? But I'll never forget that. I'll just never forget that. And they were kidding me about it, as I was then leaving, because I don't have cats. I have dogs. I'm a dog person. So, uh,
They
you
often know
too
that
as well.
too, and so they will pester you because they know that you're not cat people.
Or cats will hiss at
Right.
me.
Or will they?
Is that
Oh yeah,
right?
I've gone up to pet cats and Robert will go, "Oh, hi, kitty, kitty, kitty," and pet him. The cat's purring and everything's going. And I go, "Oh, it's a nice cat." I'll go up and pet it and try to pet him. And go, I'm like, "Wow, I must really hate cats."
And it
Wow.
wasn't even
Yeah,
Halloween.
Robert still laughs about that. Purrs all over him, and then I walk up to him and try to pet him, and he's like, so
Oh,
funny.
oh, that's
Yeah,
We
funny.
should probably start reading, hey?
I think we should. It's time.
Sure.
But this was actually a very lovely conversation, to tell you the
Yeah,
truth.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're up to number 13, Gary.
Here we go. Leave then your needs to him. He will supply them with no emphasis at all upon them. What comes to you of him comes safely, for he will ensure it never can become a dark spot hidden in your mind and kept to hurt you. Under his guidance, you will travel light and journey lightly, for his sight is ever on the journey's end, which is his goal. God's Son is not a traveler through outer worlds. However holy his perception may become, no world outside himself holds his inheritance. Within himself he has no needs, for light needs nothing but to shine in peace, and from itself to let the rays extend in quiet to infinity.
Wow.
It's beautiful imagery in this
Oh
section.
my God,
That
it's
is
beautiful.
that's
Mm.
outstanding. That almost seems like it's written by someone else.
It's very poetic, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, there are definitely different moods through this text, isn't there? You know, there's the ones where,
Yes.
There's, yeah, it was almost like whatever was channeling through Helen, either different things were coming through or or different beings were channeling through.
mm,
Mm. Yeah. This seems like a different being.
mm,
But I have to say this one thing. I know we all read the course and we go, God, no one human could have written that. No one with an ego could have written that. But I've met lots of people who claim to be trans channels, lots and lots and lots. They kind of gravitate to me. And I've worked with them, not as me working with them to get readings, but doing seminars together or something like that. And I have not met one that I believe is a true trans channel. I didn't know that before I started doing business with them, but when I did business with them, I knew they weren't a real trans channel. It's because of how they behaved. But
mm.
literally, this is transcendent. The course is just like whoever Helen was, she just transcended how she got so far out of the way and let this come through.
Mm.
Getting out of the way. That's what we're at. It's not getting out of our
Yeah.
Yeah,
own
we are.
way. Yeah.
Yes.
We are.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
That's safely is something that was coming up for me, and yet I thought that can't be right for my lesson when I was reading it, and I just felt safe and I felt held and I felt everything's perfect.
Mm.
Yeah.
God's son is not a traveler through outer worlds. I guess that's why he doesn't show up very often.
Mm. You know, this kind of reminds me of something that happened to me. One of my jobs for 5 years took me to Charlotte, North Carolina. And it was just an ordinary night of going to sleep and waking up. But I woke up this one morning, and as soon as my eyes opened, I was basking in the glow. Like this is what it reminds me of. I knew God's love. I knew the love that God had for all of us. And I felt tremendously loved, and I felt I was like I was in the most beautiful buzz of, and that sounds like, hippy dippy 60s, like I'm smoking something. I don't mean it like that. I mean, I was just radiating, and it was like in a holy state. And this brings that to me. I mean, that was, my God, that was 28 years ago. And and I've never had anything like that again. I really I felt like I was levitating, and the love was tremendous. And I knew what I knew, what I knew, and I was so grateful, and it just was, what an encounter. But one would say it's, like, I didn't read War and Peace before I went to sleep. I didn't, I didn't do anything different. I'm sure of it. And and I wasn't going into a day that wasn't just like every other day. So just kind of wonder I wonder about that. Now, I feel like it was brought to me and I brought it to myself, certainly, to say, and you too can, and you too shall. And I get that part, but bless you.
Hmm.
Um, so I guess it gets back to holding holding a practice, so I can get there again.
Jane, I'm
You said
curious.
something. Go
No, you
ahead,
go.
V.
You go, Gary. You go, Gary. I'll
I
hold
was
it.
just going to say, you said something really important there, Jane, that it was a day like any other day, and you had this transcendent experience, and you did nothing extraordinary to make that transcendent experience happen.
Mm-mm,
I am
mm-mm.
1 trillion% convinced that all God wants for us is to want him or her and demonstrate kindness and be
Mm.
a mouthpiece for love in the world to our fellow man and woman. I'm convinced of that.
Yeah, me
No
too.
spiritual experience I have ever had, I've had about five in my lifetime,
Hmm.
has it ever come because I worked hard at it or I did
Yeah,
penance or I meditated really hard? None of it ever, ever, ever. It came out of pure grace in an instant, unbeknownst to me, out of
yeah,
the blue. So
yeah,
then we look at ourselves and go, well, I'm such a holy person and I do this and I do that and I do this. And I'm like, bullshit, it has nothing to do with what you do. It has to
yeah,
do with the love in your heart. I should say for myself. When I say that to myself,
yeah,
it's bullshit because it doesn't have anything to do with anything I do. We are inherently, historically, and forever worthy of waking up. But
yeah,
can we hold the light? Can we withstand the light?
yeah.
That's the real question about it. And generally, we cannot because our thoughts still, well, I'll speak for myself, my thoughts still are too impure. I am too
Right.
inconsistent. So I can hold it for a bit, but
Mm.
then I can't hold it for a very long period of time.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Right,
um,
right.
I think we just have to continue to be as big as a mouthpiece. I don't mean that like we're loud and we're standing on platforms and
I know what you
soapboxes,
mean.
but to demonstrate it, embody it more and more and more. And when we do that, perhaps perhaps we earn a little bit more grace. But I don't think we have to earn anything. I just
No,
think we have to
I
become more like him.
yeah. Kind of bear witness.
Yeah, yeah, very
Yeah.
true.
Mm. What were you gonna say, V?
I was going to ask you if you've been back to that town.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I was there last year,
Yeah?
and yeah, yeah, I was. I slept in a bed, a different bed, different house, that type of thing. But uh,
So it wasn't the town that gave you that incredible.
no, I mean, I was there for 5 years. I slept in the
Okay.
same bed and so, same people. I was raising three sons on my own. It's like, it's like, what do you mean you're having a holy experience that's so profound and you've got three
Are you sleep
teenagers that live in the
deprived?
house? It's kind of laughable, but it just I still feel it. It's like right here, right now. It's like, Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh, I'm so part of that. So you're so part of that and you're so part of that. And it's like it's undeniable. Undeniable. So, uh,
Beautiful. Right. Shall we move on to number 14, which is quite short?
mm.
Jane, do you want to read or shall I?
Sure. Sure. Yeah, I'll read. Whenever you are tempted to undertake a useless journey that would lead away from light, remember what you really want and say, "The Holy Spirit leads me into Christ." And where else? Okay. And where else would I go? What need have I but to awake to Him? I don't have my strong glasses on. I'm going to make the screen bigger. There we go. Much better. Um, oh,
Did
it
well.
ended.
That's it. Yeah,
Oh,
that's all you got. It's a short one.
yeah. The Holy Spirit leads me unto Christ. And where else would I go? What need have I but to awake in Him? Mm, so true.
I've been feeling like there's been a lot of useless journeys. So I love this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want me to read 15b?
It's my turn, I think. So I shall
Oh,
read
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Go
sorry.
for it.
I've been a little piggy there, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Dig right in.
Then follow him in joy, with faith that he will lead you safely through all dangers to your peace of mind. To your peace of mind, this world may set before you. Kneel not before the altars to sacrifice, and seek not what you will surely lose. Content yourself with what you will as surely keep, and be not restless. For you undertake a quiet journey to the peace of God, where he would have you be in quietness. I'm definitely feeling like, when I started, I couldn't say God or Jesus or Holy Spirit or anything really. And
I
everything
remember.
was he and brother, and it was I was kind of inwardly rebelling against everything we were reading and trying to make it sound different. And now, like, God is just this warm, cuddly thing that I want to just curl up in his lap and
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and feel that safety and just the warmth and the peace. And yeah, I get it
Yeah.
now. I'm getting better
Come
at
a
getting
long way, V.
it.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Beautiful.
I really do think that when we leave our bodies, there is something, it's going to be like waking up from a dream into the most beautiful, peaceful place we've ever seen or been.
Mm.
And I really do think that is like, I think all of creation is just pure, unadulterated love.
Mm.
So I am so looking forward to dying.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Was it the movie Robin Williams, What Dreams May Come?
What dreams may come. That was
Yeah,
probably
that
one of the cleanest, purest movies I've ever seen.
right. This is bringing me back there too, and I think that was what 25 years ago also,
Yeah, at least
at least. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get that, bring that up.
if you
Um,
ever want to see a truly miraculous movie about life and reincarnation and karma and how it all plays out, like sort of the song of the universe, watch Cloud Atlas. And that's with Halle Berry and what is that actor's name who did Forrest Gump? For
Oh,
Oh, Tom
what is
Hanks.
Tom
Tom
Hanks, yeah.
Hanks. Yeah.
Tom Hanks
Wow.
and Halle Berry. Miraculous movie. It's it bombed at the movie houses because people couldn't understand it. And because it would go from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime, showing the consequences of karma as it goes through different lifetimes. It was fabulous, fabulous movie.
I
yeah.
have friends who recently were talking about that, and it is on my list, and now I just wrote it again. Cloud Atlas. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to watch it 2 to 3 or 4 times though,
Yeah.
so you
Right.
pick up all the nuances.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Thank
Mm,
you.
where it is. Yeah, I watched it once and it was very confusing, so I haven't watched it again, but I'll give it another go.
Okay. There's this tattoo that shows up on the different characters, and the tattoo is what designates that the soul from the last chapter, the last couple scenes in another lifetime, is now incarnating as the same as a female, but you have to watch for the tattoo, and then that kind of designates for you which character that soul is incarnating into.
Right.
So it's really good. Oh God, it's so good.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I can't wait.
Mm. All right. Gary, do you want to read number 16 then? I'll just move it up a bit.
Sure. In me, you have already overcome every temptation that would hold you back. We walk together on the way to quietness that is the gift of God. Hold me dear for what you expect your brothers for what except oh, no, I'm sorry. Hold me dear for what except your brothers can you need. We will restore to you the peace of mind that we must find together. The Holy Spirit will teach you to awaken unto us and to yourself. This is the only real need to be fulfilled in time. Salvation from the world lies only here. My peace I give you. Take it of me in glad exchange for all the world has offered but to take away. And we will spread it like a veil of light across the world's sad face, in which we hide our brothers from the world and it from them. Wow.
I had an interesting day yesterday. I got hardly any accounting work done, but I have volunteered with a couple of other ladies to write articles for our local newspaper on local, little and local, it's called, and it's the local businesses for the local people because there's so much promotion of tourism businesses in
Mm.
town, and nobody talks about the people that support our community. So we're writing these articles, and we published one, and family came up a lot in that about, everyone feels like family when they come in. We try and make everyone feel like family, and both the interviews I did yesterday were about family as well.
Awesome.
Oh, how about that? Yeah, and there we have
I want to live in Nanip.
I went,
you want to live in Oh, is that where you live?
yeah,
Where
that
she
up, yeah,
lives.
yeah.
How do you spell that?
Nannup.
I've been
It
there
means
once and
something
I thought,
close.
what a cool town.
Hmm.
Hey
Do
V,
you love
if
it,
I
V?
oh yeah, what's not to love?
Yeah, beautiful.
Mm.
If I escaped the United States and came as an illegal alien to Australia, would you hide me in your basement?
Absolutely. We'll find a way.
All right,
Find a
that's it. I'm
way.
coming too.
Well, we did talk a while ago. We were saying you should all come and retire here. We'll make a little We'll have a property where everyone has their little village, create a village
Little
of a
little
little.
community, yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
That'd
we
be
can do
awesome.
that.
Hmm.
That would be
Would it
awesome.
ever?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about the family when it said, "Hold me dear, for what except your brothers can you need?"
Mm.
Wow. Wow. I love that.
And that's a long way for me as well, because I thought everything was up to me.
Well,
Yeah.
Beautiful.
There was a on the let's see, NBC News this morning. They did a special on this place in New York City that is a house for people 18 to 25, and that's it, 18 to 25. They have 70 beds, and they were interviewing the people that work there, the people that have lived there, why they have lived there. And that's what this reminds me of. I mean, for as large as of a place that is, the devotion, and just to hear everyone speaking about why they're there to work or to live, and and one person had already left, and then they got them to come back for an interview, and the kind of wings they were given in that place, and it truly was a brother and a sisterhood.
mm.
um yeah, it's we heaven can be on earth, but so much of it is certainly not that, but yeah.
Well, when human beings come together with the right intent, and we all have that capacity and that capability, I think it does become heaven on earth. And every crack in a person's broken heart can be healed by a
Yes.
community that shows unconditional love.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Because people have very simple human needs. Some of them are they want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to be respected, and they want to be safe.
Right. Right. I wrote, after I saw that, I always keep a pad and pen next to me in every room, and I wrote the words "to belong,"
Yeah.
and I think that's so necessary, to belong, and to live life without that feeling at any time, um, is a tragedy and unnecessary. So, whew, yay, Course in Miracles.
Yay, Course in Miracles.
Mm.
Oh, Jane, do you want to read the last paragraph in this section?
Oh, wow. Oh, I like this. We cannot sing redemption's hymn alone. My task is not completed until I have lifted every voice with mine. And yet it is not mine, for as it is my gift to you, so was it the Father's gift to me, given me through his Spirit. The sound of it will banish sorrow from the mind of God's most holy Son, where it cannot abide. Healing in time is needed, for joy cannot establish its eternal reign where sorrow dwells. You dwell not here, but in eternity.
Hmm.
You travel but in dreams, while safe at home. Give thanks to every part of you that you have taught how to remember you. Thus does the Son of God give thanks unto his Father for his purity.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a particularly beautiful chapter, I thought.
Yeah.
Yes, really is. Just outstanding.
Shall we start the next section, V?
Okay, I'm just going to write down my lesson
Okay.
because I think I found it.
Okie
Hmm.
dokie. Take
Let's
your
see what the
time.
next thing is. Cool. That'll be me for reading then. From perception to knowledge. All healing is released from the past. That is why the Holy Spirit is the only healer. He teaches that the past does not exist, a fact which belongs to the sphere of knowledge and which therefore no one in the world can know. It would indeed be impossible to be in the world with this knowledge. For the mind that knows this unequivocally knows also it dwells in eternity and utilizes no perception at all. It therefore does not consider where it is, because the concept where does not mean anything to it. It knows that it is everywhere, just as it has everything and forever.
Mhm.
We had an interesting week with my horse Rose because Catherine, who takes care of, that's it's their property, they're the ones with all the knowledge, and I just come out and hang out and do lessons. Um, she was saying that Rose has become Catherine's become wary of Rose because um she's like looking quite intently at Catherine, and she's being a bit of a rebel. But when I go out there, she's fine. And we were doing a session on her. We have this healing therapist who comes out. She does something called Emmett, and it's basically just finding 2 points in the body and everything in between releases. It's just so beautiful.
Mm.
And normally Rose will rebel against that, and she fidgets and she carries on, and sometimes she snaps at, touching parts of her body she decides she doesn't want anybody touching. So after Catherine's saying, this isn't going to work, and if she gets a bit antsy, we'll just leave it and not do it. And this was the most receptive that Rose has ever been to Emmett, and she stood there and actually took everything in, and by the end of it, she was standing there half asleep, and she was just so peaceful. We go back to the house, and Catherine was amazed that we even got to do anything with her because she thought, our expectations of how someone's going to show up is so so powerful. And if we can just accept, we went out there thinking, oh, we'll see what happens. We had no expectation. And so it was beautiful. Instead of rocking up and going, this is what's going to happen, and then be disappointed because it's not going to work out exactly that way.
Mm. Now, Emmett?
Emmett, yeah, Emmett. Yeah, I don't think it's much known out in the world because it's an Australian developed thing from a guy called Ross Emmett, and he's been doing that with animals, and he did a whole course on it now. So yeah, it's pretty hard to find, but it's so lovely.
What about with people?
Yes, yeah, I've had sessions. I had a session on Saturday as well. So
Did it
yes,
make an
yes.
impact for you, V?
Yeah, so this time we did a lymphatic drainage, so I was very relaxed and not wanting to do anything for the rest of the day. But sometimes she'll do work on like the psoas standing up, and I'll find my balance is completely shifting. Um, it's just phenomenal. And muscles will release, and you know, tension you didn't realize you were carrying is addressed, and it's just so there's no pain, there's no kind of physical therapy to it. It's just release.
Hmm.
So good.
It, is
I
there,
wish they had that in the US.
yeah.
Well, the reason you got to come to Nanup.
I know. If I come to Napa, I won't leave. I'm sure of it. Plus, one of my best friends in the world is moving back to Australia, and I'm like, huh, yeah.
Mm,
Who knows, V? Who knows where God wants us?
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
See how
it's so
things unfold
true.
themselves.
Yeah.
It's so true.
I guess that's
So,
going to have to be the last one then.
Oh,
it's a good one. Mm.
I'm keeping mine from last week. I I've got a lot of value from it, so I'm going to keep it.
I'm just going to check that I wrote this down correctly. Oh, coming right back to one section. Because I'm having give thanks to every part of you that you have taught how to remember you.
Mm. And mine is number 17 as well, but it's up at the top. We cannot sing redemption's hymn alone. My
Mm,
task is not completed until I have lifted every voice with mine.
yes, beautiful.
Mm. Communal,
Mm,
in a
mm,
in a communal existence. Not against, not in opposition. Yeah.
mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
We're all in this
Thank you.
together.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, we are.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, it's delightful with a
Yeah.
capital D.
Delightful.
Delightful.
Well, okay, gang, you guys stay out of trouble this week, and
You
Uh, ab-
too.
I'll do my
absolutely.
best. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Next
Next Tuesday
Tuesday.
or Wednesday
All
for
right.
me. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Thank
God bless.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh.